calculate the velocity of an apple 8 seconds after it is being dropped. So if I take a look, I have an apple, and it falls down towards the ground. So in this case, I know that my velocity initial in the y-axis is 0 meters per second. And everything falls in this direction with an acceleration due to gravity of negative 9.8 meters per second squared. Now, in this case, the question tells me that it falls for time of 8 seconds. But the question is, if the apple falls, what is the velocity here? So velocity initial equals 0 meters per second. Acceleration due to gravity is negative 9.8 meters per second squared. And I know that time equals 8 seconds. The thing that I'm looking for is velocity final, and that's going to be in meters per second. So the equation that I'm going to use, I'm looking for something that deals with velocity initial, velocity final, acceleration, and time. And I believe that the acceleration formula, A, equals velocity final minus velocity initial, quantity over time fits the bill. So acceleration equals negative 9.8 equals, I don't know what my velocity final is, so I'm just going to write that, velocity final, minus initial velocity, which is 0 meters per second. That whole quantity divided out by the time, which is 8. Well, let's see, any number minus 0 blows up, and so I get negative 9.8 equals velocity final divided by 8. In order to get 8 out of the denominator, I'm going to multiply the right-hand side by 8. That cancels. But whatever I do to the right, I need to do to the left as well. So my velocity final equals 78.4, negative 78.4 meters per second. Alright, if I go back to the question, I see that there's 1 sig fig here, so I'm going to apply 1 sig fig, and that means that my answer is going to be the 7 is significant, so negative. The 8 is not significant, but it influences the 7. 80 meters per second. Wait a minute, what does the negative mean? The negative means it's moving down.